Hello Aquarius, welcome to Creators on the Crest. I'm Stephanie. Over here is Blazer the Morky, and we are bringing you your reading for the next 10 days. Today we'll be pulling a card for your overall energy. Then we're going to look into your energy, which is popping out here, the energy of the person or situation connected to you, and then how those energies mingle and dance in the middle. We'll close it off with an oracle card for the Aquarian collective. Do keep in mind, these are general readings, so take only what resonates and leave the rest. You can check out your sun, moon, rising, or north node readings for additional context and texture. And I won't go into detail today because I have in previous videos, but be sure to check the description below. That's where I have links to all the good stuff. I'm getting ready to go out of town on a business trip, so we're getting one last round of readings in before I go. All right, let's get going on your reading, Aquarius. Ooh, beautiful Aquarius. Your overall energy is master number 33. That could also represent an age, or 3 plus 3 is 6, the number 6, and it's purity and ice. So we have this beautiful energy of the wild, free white horse above ground here, which is representing that purity, that innocence. And then below we have the feminine figure, maybe a little bit frozen under the ice. Maybe you've been taking some time to really connect with the pure, innocent, wild, free-spirited nature that is Aquarius. Maybe that's what you've been taking some time for. We'll see, or we'll see how this plays into the connection that you've got. On your side, you have the 10 of Swords, the 5 of Wands, and the 9 of Wands. Whew, I'm going to need a sip of tea for this, Aquarius. More like a gulp. I took a gulp of tea. So definitely there's something that possibly you're resigning into the ending of. And Aquarius, this could be something that has felt quite painful, or you've kind of come to the end of a painful situation. There is still some conflict within you, possibly even of a competitive type of nature. Maybe that feeling of, oh, I need to be right, or I don't feel like my feelings have been justified in the situation. But there's also this energy of resilience and persistence, and that you can choose your strong will force over struggle, right? And that you have some choices here, okay? So again, these are minor arcana energies, so I'm not really seeing these energies that look quite difficult staying with you for a really long term kind of situation or energy. They seem to be passing, kind of passing through, but they're still important, and it's still important to acknowledge that. For the person connected to you, they get the 8 of Cups, the King of Wands, and the Sun. You could definitely be dealing with a fire sign, possibly with the King here, masculine energy of fire. Perhaps it's some energy you carry within yourself. For some of you, could be dealing with father type of energies here. Okay, so maybe even boss for some of you. This person doesn't strike me on the surface as being someone who is super loving. In fact, I think they have some sort of defense mechanism, some sort of avoidant attachment kind of behaviors going on here. When underneath it all, they truly are very, very visionary, very creative, very deep, and they have a lot that they could be offering the world. I'm not yet sure if they're doing that, especially with the overall energy of the reading being purity and ice. There could be this time where you and this other person are clearing out some energies, and potentially even working on clearing out some energies between the two of you. You get the Knight of Cups and the 5 of Swords here. On the one hand, there's love in this relationship and situation. On the other hand, there's disagreement, and there is maybe some butting of heads where one or the both of you feels like the other one isn't hearing, like especially Aquarius, you feel unheard. So this is like maybe a work situation that could be really frustrating, could have you looking for a new job, or just wanting to feel more free when it comes to dealing with those energies with this energy, but you may be a little bit stuck in dealing with this for right now. Again, I feel it's short term. Something possibly is going to shift here. If this is a romantic relationship, I think the both of you have to remember there's love. Maybe there's been some triggering, or like I said, just a disagreement, a butting of heads that has had both of you reeling a little bit. Let's look at this Ten of Swords for you. You get the King of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Yeah, I feel like you see this person. Like I said, for some of you, this could be a father figure, and there's an aspect of little you that maybe didn't get everything they needed from dad. Father issues and mother issues, that's some of the toughest stuff to work on. So Aquarius, if you have been working on healing any kind of father wounding or just wanting your father's presence and it didn't show up for you in the way you've wanted, maybe you've had to come to a point where you resolve that within yourself, where you offer forgiveness to your father. Maybe there's an energy you carry in the way that, maybe there's an energy that you carry in the way that you lead that is like this father figure. And again, for others of you, this could be a boss kind of energy. You could have really learned something from this person, but maybe they didn't give you the emotional support or guidance or presence that you were looking for, especially in a previous situation. To me, this feels like a situation that has happened, that has already occurred, not really something that's going to. I feel like this is something that has already occurred for you, and you're reflecting on it now. Now, in this Five of Wands, that's kind of the conflict. I think it's conflict with this person, this fatherly leader figure, or just conflict within yourself about the situation, or both. You get the Eight of Pentacles and the Justice card. You're working really hard to bring this into balance for yourself. You probably are using some sort of modality. I don't know if it's breath work or meditation or subconscious repatterning. Maybe you do tapping. You're doing something to help yourself get more clarity within and kind of remove the conflict and the stressful energies from your aura and from your energy field. I like that. I see you doing something important there in the work of transforming this. And you've got your attention on it for sure. For the Nine of Wands, you get the Emperor and the Six of Pentacles. You know, there's some ways that you really relate to this person, particularly I get in the field or the theme of leadership. In some way that you lead, this person leads in a similar way. This person, though, may not have the emotional awareness and intelligence that you have. And at times, this could have you challenging them on it, could have had you thinking you knew better than them. In some cases, from an emotional standpoint, you may have known better than them. But that bringing that up probably led to a little bit of tension and conflict, and or this person just picked it up in your energy without you saying anything, right? So I'm wondering if for some of you, this could be a relationship that's put on pause, a little bit of distance. Let's freeze it for a minute. Let us work on our own things. Again, you're giving me Libra energies are coming in for you, a fellow air sign energy, and you're really working to balance this out within yourself. I do feel like you are very headstrong about this. You are very determined. You are very willing to take action. Like I said, I already saw you doing the hard work on this. So that is all I could ask of anyone, you know, when they're going through something like this. But there's also this love of like, there's this love of like how we lead, and we can lead in a similar way, but maybe with more emotional awareness is what you're trying to get at here. Let's look at this Eight of Cups for them. Yeah, this person, remember I said kind of an avoidant attachment kind of energy. They get the Five of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands to clarify this Eight of Cups. Even when there's love present or love on offer for this person, love and acceptance of their wounding, they turn away. They're scared to let anyone see or know the hardships that they've been through, and or it just stresses them out too much to let anybody know about that. And I feel like Aquarius, somehow you've known about this. Now, this is maybe your family member, father, uncle, grandfather, something like that. Or this is somebody you've worked with and they just always kind of kept the door closed to you emotionally because they're avoidant. It has nothing to do with you or your worth or value. This has all to do with this person's insecurities, their abandonment issues. And so they're very defensive about loving energies, which, it can be a shame when a person is closed off to that because they might really miss out on something important for themselves. For the King of Wands, and this card flipped out and turned a different way than the rest of the cards in the deck, they got the Three of Swords representing pain and the Four of Swords representing healing. So in the relationship with you, in the situation, there has been pain followed by healing, especially for this person. And I think it's because they know that you know that the way they lead there's really pure intentions with the way they lead. They just have this emotional block, but we have the purity as the overall energy. We have the master number 33, which feels really good. And it feels like a number of, I know it's connected to Masonic stuff and 33. Okay, but I'm going to take it out of that context. This has more to do with personal leadership and victory over one's self. Right? One's own vision, one's own intention, one's own success. That is what we're looking at here. And I think this person isn't used to people knowing that they have this pain. And I think you know it. Maybe they told you in a moment of what they would perceive to be weakness or vulnerability. But I think it was important that they tell you. I think you're the exact right person to tell. And I think there's love here despite this experience here, or this little bit of butting of heads or hardship. For the Sun, they get the Sun again and the Seven of Cups. This person is being called quite strongly by their sacred agreement with the Sun here, okay, in our physical reality. They could be a Leo. They could be a fire sign, like I mentioned, and they are really being called to shine a light through the ego and onto their true and authentic self. Now, they haven't been able to do this so far because they haven't made the choices that lead them to embracing this aspect of themselves because of that abandonment pain that they carry, the pain that you know about that they don't really want anybody to know about. And so it's led them to make choices maybe in their leadership, like they're a great leader, but then they make some poor choices that affect others, especially in the realm of emotional awareness, and they end up just stumbling with that. Let's look at this Knight of Cups in the middle of your energies as you're connected to them, because this would indicate love and appreciation. Possibly this could be somebody that, for some of you, this could be a new romance and you've kind of hit your first stumbling block with someone. You've kind of had an argument or a disagreement. You've come to know them better. You see their pain. They're feeling vulnerable, kind of like the lion with the thorn in his paw, and all you got to do is pull it out and put a little salve on it and everything will be okay. Give it a kiss. But they're like blocked off to that support and that energy because maybe they're used to being in this leadership kind of position, and now they're learning to let someone else take the lead and let someone else, co-lead with them. You bring in the energy of the Magician to this Knight of Cups. They bring in the Three of Pentacles. They definitely have the desire to work with you. They may feel overwhelmed at times with your magic, your free spirit, like this wild side of you, that horse galloping through the snow kind of energy, that purity, that innocence that you embody and embrace, which is part of your natural makeup. It's part of your being. But they still want to work with you. This isn't something where they want to stop just because they're in pain or you've uncovered something about them and had the disagreement. For the Five of Swords, you bring in the energy of the Eight of Swords. They bring in the energy of the Ten of Cups. Here's the thing, like Aquarius, that you'll have to be careful of, because I think you think that there's something wrong with you because of the way that this person has responded. And that is just a little bit of work that you need to do in yourself. I think that's that inner conflict with the Five of Wands that I picked up there. So when this person disagrees with you, even if you're right, there's this little aspect of you that says, oh, something's wrong with me because this person is disagreeing with me. And at this point, I think we need to, at times, surrender into the energy of agreeing to disagree. And that may be what we need to call this, agree to disagree. And remember, when we're doing healing and when we've uncovered wounds, whether it be our own or someone else's, sometimes there needs to be an agree to disagree and a little bit of a pause. And then we can come back to it later once both people are more surrendered into the energy. This person certainly sees you as like the end all be all, whether it be a business partner, a co-lead, a romantic partner. They've got the Ten of Cups here. Despite this disagreement, they hold a lot of love for you. I don't see them. They have more of like a deeper pain of abandonment wound. You have more of a, and I don't want to minimize it, but it feels more of like a minor wounding around your worth and value. And so that may be why you guys got in a disagreement. Things are kind of frozen for the time being, or the energies are kind of on ice. Let's cool off. Let's surrender into this energy of agree to disagree, and we'll go from there. We'll continue from there. I do not see this being an ending to this relationship. I just see it being a disagreement and something that both of you have the opportunity to work on different aspects of yourself to heal. And what a beautiful thing we can provide in partnership with one another when we inspire each other to heal, even if we have a disagreement. Again, I don't see abuse or anything here. I just see you both carry your own things. They've butted heads, and that's so both of you can become aware of them and work on that. That's why we're going to freeze frame this. We're going to agree to disagree. We're going to give you time to reconnect with your nature. We're going to give them time to reconnect with theirs and come to some more healthy conclusions about how to move through these energies. Aquarius, let's get you a card from the Super Attractor Oracle to close off your reading today. Aquarius, you got manifesting is the creative process of aligning with the energy of the universe to co-create an experience that elevates my spirit and the spirit of the world. That's Aquarius energy, manifesting through the creative process, aligning with the energy of the universe, and co-creating that humanitarian experience that elevates not only your spirit, but the spirit of the world. But let's not forget about your spirit. You can't keep it on ice forever. You're meant to be this wild horse roaming free. That's how you feel the best. And so maybe spend some time in this little frozen period where you've had a disagreement with this person to really reconnect with your aligned energy of the universe. And I would say they need to do the same on their side. Now, they've got a little bit different energy they're working, especially with that fire energy that I see them going through. They're approaching it a little differently. You're meant to let the wind blow through your hair, be wild and free and naked and vulnerable and happy and galloping, and, like a horse, like this beautiful white horse we see. But there are also times where we need to go inward and just sort out what's going on. And this is one of those times where you are holding both of these energies, and that's one of your gifts. Aquarius, thank you so much for tuning into this reading. How interesting. I really enjoyed doing this, and I look forward to seeing you next time.